It's the 28th. You check your bank account, and there it is again. $47. Maybe 62 if you're lucky. You didn't buy anything crazy this month. No new shoes, no fancy dinners, no spontaneous weekend trips. You paid your bills. You went to work. You did everything right. And somehow, your account looks the same as it did last month, and the month before that. Like there's a hole in your pocket you can't see. Like your money just evaporates. And you're sitting there thinking, where the hell does it all go? Here's what most people don't realize. The problem isn't that you're bad with money. The problem is that your money has a leak, a slow, invisible one, and nobody taught you how to find it. See, most advice out there tells you to cut the lattes, cancel Netflix, stop eating avocado toast. But that's not your issue. You're not blowing cash on stupid stuff. You're doing the responsible thing and still ending up at zero. That's not a spending problem. That's a system problem. And that's exactly what we're going to break down today. I'm Dom, by the way. And if you've ever felt like you're running on a financial treadmill, going nowhere, you're going to want to stick around. Hit subscribe because what I'm about to show you isn't the generic advice you've heard 1,000 times. This is the stuff that actually moves the needle. The stuff nobody talks about because it's not sexy. But it works. Let me paint a picture for you. Think about a bathtub. You turn on the faucet, water comes in. Makes sense. Now imagine there's a small crack at the bottom. Nothing huge, just a tiny fracture. Water keeps coming in, but it's also leaking out. Slowly, quietly. You don't notice it because the faucet is still running. But no matter how long you leave it on, the tub never fills up. That's your bank account right now. Money comes in every 2 weeks. Paycheck hits. Feels good for about 3 days. Then it starts draining. A subscription here, an automatic payment there, a small convenience fee, another one. And before you know it, you're back to that same $47. The faucet is running, but the tub never fills. Because you've got cracks you can't see. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most people think they know where their money goes. They don't. Studies show that the average American underestimates their monthly spending by about 40%. 40%. That's not a small gap. That's almost half your money going somewhere you're not tracking. And it's not because you're dumb. It's because the system is designed to make spending invisible. Every payment is automated. Every subscription renews quietly. Every app charges you without asking. You set it and forget it. And that forgetting is costing you thousands every year. Let me give you an example. Say you signed up for a free trial 3 years ago. Some app, some service, you used it once, maybe twice, then forgot about it. But it's been charging you $9.99 a month ever since. That's $120 a year for something you don't even remember exists. Now multiply that by 3 or 4 forgotten subscriptions. Suddenly you're looking at $500 a year. Gone. And you never even noticed. But here's the psychological trap. When money leaves your account automatically, your brain doesn't register it as spending. It feels different than handing over cash. There's no pain, no friction, and without that friction, there's no awareness. You're bleeding money in your sleep. Now let's do a quick exercise. Imagine you get a 10% raise tomorrow. Congrats. More money coming in. What happens? If you're like most people, your spending quietly adjusts upward. You eat out a little more. You upgrade something small. You don't even decide to spend more. It just happens. This is called lifestyle creep. And it's one of the biggest invisible leaks there is. Your income goes up, your lifestyle inflates, and you end up in the exact same spot. Different numbers, same result. Still $47 at the end of the month. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Building wealth isn't about making more money. It's about widening the gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is everything. The bigger the gap, the more you can save. The more you save, the more options you have. But if your lifestyle always matches your income, the gap stays at zero. Forever. So let's talk about what's really happening behind the scenes. Banks and companies have spent billions of dollars figuring out how to make you part with your money without feeling it. Roundup features, one-click purchases, saved payment methods, buy now, pay later, all of it designed to remove friction. Because friction is what makes you pause. Friction is what makes you think, and thinking is bad for their business. They want you on autopilot. They want spending to feel like breathing, natural, effortless, unconscious. And you've been trained so well that you don't even realize you're doing it. Think about this. The average American has 12 paid subscriptions, 12 streaming services, music apps, cloud storage, news sites, fitness apps they swore they'd use. All of them pulling small amounts every month. None of them feel like a big deal. But add them up, and you're looking at $200, $300 a month. Easy. That's almost $4,000 a year on things running in the background that you barely use. And it's not just subscriptions. It's the convenience tax, the small fees you pay for not paying attention, ATM fees, overdraft charges, late payment penalties, delivery fees, service charges. Every single one of them is small enough to ignore. But together, they're a significant chunk of your income. Death by 1,000 cuts. Now here's what you need to understand. The companies taking your money are playing a long game. They know that one $12 charge won't make you cancel. They know that spreading payments out makes the total feel smaller. They know that complexity creates confusion, and confusion keeps you paying. This isn't an accident. It's a strategy, and you're on the wrong side of it. So what do you do about it? First, you find the leaks. Actually look at your bank statements. Not a quick glance. A real line-by-line review. Every single transaction from the last 3 months. You'll be surprised. Guaranteed. You'll find charges you forgot about, subscriptions you don't use, patterns you didn't notice. This isn't about judgment. It's about awareness. You can't fix what you can't see. Second, you create friction on purpose. Remove saved payment methods. Unsubscribe from promotional emails. Delete shopping apps from your phone. Make spending harder. Make it require effort, because that effort is what gives you back control. When you have to type in your card number, you think twice. When you have to wait 3 days for something instead of getting it same day, you often realize you didn't need it. Third, you automate your savings before you automate anything else. The day your paycheck hits, money should move automatically into savings, not what's left over at the end of the month. The first cut. Because if you wait to save what's left, there's never anything left. Pay yourself first, then live on the rest. Now, let's connect all of this. You're not broke because you're irresponsible. You're broke because the system is rigged to keep you spending without noticing. Every leak in your financial bathtub was put there by design. Subscriptions that auto-renew, payments that happen silently, upgrades that feel small, convenience that costs more than you think. You've been playing a game where the rules favor the house, and no one taught you how the game actually works. But now you know. You know about the invisible leaks. You know about lifestyle creep. You know about manufactured convenience and removed friction. You know that awareness is the first step. That friction is your friend. That paying yourself first is non-negotiable. The difference between people who build wealth and people who don't isn't usually income. It's the gap. It's the awareness. It's the discipline to find the leaks and plug them, one by one. It's understanding that small amounts compound in both directions. The same way small investments grow over time, small leaks drain you over time. You get to choose which direction you're compounding. So here's the move. Tonight, sit down with your bank statement. Find 3 things you forgot you were paying for. Cancel them. That's it. That's the start. No dramatic overhaul. No extreme budgeting. Just 3 leaks plugged. Then next month, find 3 more. Slowly, intentionally, you take back control. You widen the gap. You stop resetting to zero. Look, I'm not going to promise you'll be rich overnight. That's not how this works. But I will tell you this. The people who figure out their invisible leaks end up in a completely different place 5 years from now. They have options. They have breathing room. They have the thing that money actually buys, which is freedom. And it all starts with seeing what you couldn't see before. If this hit home, subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment telling me what leak you just found in your own finances. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.